Let us dive into the fascinating world of dinosaurs, magnificent creatures who roamed the earth millions of years ago. Imagine stepping into a time machine and setting the dial anywhere between 150 million and 66 million years ago, which means 15 crore to 6 crore years ago. You would emerge into a world unlike anything today. There were towering conifers, lush ferns, and swarms alive with dragonflies the size of hawks. And of course, creatures so strange and majestic that they continue to haunt human imagination, the dinosaurs. They were not all colossal, nor all terrible. Some were gentle giants, others feathered and bird like, some armored like tanks, and some were apex predators that ruled their landscapes. To truly appreciate their diversity, let's understand some of the most important and fascinating dinosaurs, chosen not just for their fame, but for what they reveal about evolution, survival, and the drama of life long before humans. The first one is Tyrannosaurus rex, T Rex, the king. The T Rex reigned in western North America about 68 to 66 million years ago. Stretching 12 to 13 meters long and weighing around 8 tons, it was one of the largest predators ever to walk on land. Its bite force was unmatched, capable of crushing bones. Though its tiny legs are the butt of jokes, they were actually strong enough to grip prey. This apex predator fed on huge herbivores like triceratops. It may have hunted as well as scavenged, but in any case, nothing preyed on the king. The next are velociraptors, also called the clever hunter. Let's fast forward to the deserts of Mongolia 75 million years ago, and you would meet the real velociraptor, a feathered creature only the size of a turkey, not the oversized movie monster. At about 2 meters long and 15 to 20 kgs in weight, it was agile and intelligent. It had a terrifying sickle claw on each foot for slashing prey and may have hunted in packs. Velociraptors fed on small animals and carrion, but it had to watch out for larger predators like tarbosaurs. Next is Spinosaur, the river monster. In North Africa, between 112 to 93 million years ago, a predator even longer than the T Rex swarmed in rivers. This was the Spinosaurus, measuring up to 15 to 16 meters with a crocodile like snout and conical teeth. It hunted giant fish and sometimes smaller dinosaurs. Its most striking feature was the massive sail on its back, possibly for display or thermoregulation. Unlike most large carnivores, Spinosaurus was semi aquatic, slipping between water and land like a monstrous heron. Next is Triceratops, the horned titan. Living side by side with T Rex in North America around 68 to 66 million years ago was the mighty Triceratops. 9 meters long and weighing up to 12 tons, Triceratops was a plant eater who looked like a living fortress with its three horns and giant bony frill. Its beak could shear through cycads and palms, and it likely lived in herds. T Rex certainly hunted it, but a charging Triceratops was no easy target. It could gore even the king. Next is Stegosaurus, the plated giant. Let's journey back further to late Jurassic period, around 155 to 145 million years ago. And in what is now Colorado and Wyoming in America, you will encounter the iconic Stegosaurus. About 9 meters long and 5 tons in weight, it grazed on ferns and cycads. Its back was lined with huge plates that may have helped with display or temperature control. Its tail carried four lethal spikes, the famous thagomizer, which it could swing with deadly force at predators like Allosaurus. Its brain was tiny, but its defenses were mighty. Let's go ahead with Brachiosaurus, also called the tower. In the late Jurassic of North America, the towering Brachiosaurus stretched 25 meters long and weighed as much as 50 tons. With front legs longer than hind legs, it held its neck like a giraffe, reaching trees 13 meters high. It peacefully striped conifers and ginkgos far out of reach of other herbivores. Brachiosaurus was not challenged by many predators. Very few predators dared challenge an adult, though young ones could fall victim to large carnivores. This dinosaur embodied the grandeur of sauropods. Next is Diplodocus, also called the whiptail. Sharing its world was the extraordinary Diplodocus, another sauropod stretching up to 30 meters long but much lighter than Brachiosaurus. This dinosaur had its neck and tail incredibly elongated, and paleontologists suspect its tail could crack like a whip. With pig like teeth, it swept low laying plants into its mouth. It roamed in herds, and though Allosaurus may have hunted the young, full grown Diplodocus was a challenge for any predator. Next is Ankylosaurus, also called the living tank. By the end of the Cretaceous in North America, Ankylosaurus lumbered across land like a prehistoric tank. 6 to 8 meters long, clad in bony armor and spikes, it was almost invulnerable. Its greatest weapon was a heavy tail strong enough to shatter bones. Even a T Rex risked serious injury attacking it. Ankylosaurus fed on ferns and shrubs. It was slow but unstoppable. Next is an avian dinosaur called Microraptor, the four winged glider. In the forests of early Cretaceous China, around 12 crore years ago, tiny Microraptor flitted between trees. About the size of a crow, with feathers on both arms and legs, it had four wings. It could glide gracefully to ambush small mammals, lizards, or insects. Despite its small size, Microraptor is crucial because it shows how the dinosaur transition happened and true flight evolved. Larger feathered carnivores would have hunted it, but in the canopy it reigned as a nimble predator. Next is Archaeopteryx, the first bird. A little earlier, in the late Jurassic of Germany, around 15 crore years ago, lived the famous Archaeopteryx, often called the first bird. About the size of a raven, it had feathers and could glide or flap short distances, but it still retained teeth, claws, and a long bony tail. It likely ate insects and small reptiles. This is a milestone fossil, the bridge between non avian dinosaurs and modern birds. Next is Therizinosaurus, the scissor-handed giant. In the Cretaceous deserts of Mongolia, about 7 crore years ago, roamed a bizarre creature, Therizinosaurus. At 10 meters long, with a pot belly, a bird like head, and claws up to 1 meter long, it looked terrifying. Yet it was a plant eater. It used those massive claws to pull down branches and defend itself. Predators may have attacked it, but they risked being slashed by its scissor like weapons. The next is Parasaurolophus, the trumpet dinosaur. In North America, about 76 to 74 million years ago, herds of Parasaurolophus roamed the plains. At 10 meters long and 2.5 tons, it was a hadrosaur or a duck billed dinosaur. Its most striking feature was a long backward curved crest on its skull. This crest was hollow and acted as a resonance, producing haunting trumpet like calls to communicate with its herd. It ate plants, fruits, and pine needles and had to watch out for Tyrannosaurus and raptors. To conclude, dinosaurs filled a world filled with wonders. Together, all these dinosaurs capture the extraordinary diversity of prehistoric life. From titanic sauropods like Brachiosaurus and Diplodocus to armored giants like Ankylosaurus, to bird like flyers like Microraptors and Archaeopteryx, to iconic predators like T Rex and Spinosaurus, they show every strategy evolution could devise: brute force, armor, speed, intelligence, flight, and even a song. They lived across continents that would become today's North America, Europe, Africa, and Asia, shaping entire ecosystems. Each one solved the riddle of survival in its own way, some of them with power, and others with cleverness, and others with cooperation. Though the dinosaurs are gone, their descendants live on in the birds that sing outside our windows, and in their fossils, we glimpse a world both alien and familiar, a reminder that life on Earth is endlessly adaptable, creative, and astonishing. Thank you so much for listening.